Chris and Paul present This Is the Topic. It's the adventures of two lifelong friends as they explore a new topic each episode. Join the guys for music and fun, and if you're not careful, you may learn something before it's done. I'm your announcer, Michael Foster. Now, here's Chris and Paul with This Is the Topic.
Thanks, Foster. Number 7. Hi, Chris.
Hey, man, this thing's lasted 7 times longer than I thought it would.
Really?
Yeah.
We talked in our last episode that we'd be doing it until we're 103 years old.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
That is a huge commitment.
Yeah.
Man.
Although we did get some letters.
Oh, did we? What do they sound like? Oh, there's one right there.
Dear Chris and Paul, you each have a number to live. I hope your number's 52. That's nice.
I think it's harsh.
Yeah.
Who would say that? Probably somebody that cares about us a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah.
Right. So how you doing?
Oh, man, I'm doing great. We're recording this on a Monday. I love Mondays. You finally get that weekend done, and then you can get back to real life. You know?
get to go to work and
yes,
be around things you don't want to be at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Yeah.
Although today was kind of cool. We have a new workspace, the company I work for.
Ooh, congratulations.
And I am so hopped up right now. I spent, first day open, they had like this coffee machine where you could get a coffee or a mocha or a latte or a cappuccino free of charge.
What?
So I got 2 different coffees in the morning. Then they had regular cold brew and nitro cold brew on tap.
My goodness.
And 4 different flavors of kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you pronounce it. It's the fermented tea beverage that's supposed to make you poop.
Okay.
So I tried 3 of the 4 flavors of that, and then I had 1 regular cold brew and 1 nitro cold brew this afternoon.
My God.
I'm a mess. Yeah.
Just to try them out, or
Yeah, it was...
do you require that much caffeine?
I don't. I'm normally 2 cups in the morning, and I'm done. But it was right there. It was free.
You're what they call a glutton.
Oh, God. Today I am. Yeah.
Well, I want you to be careful with that, okay?
That's one of the 7 deadlies.
You don't know what's going on with that. So, it's exciting because this is the time of the program when we go to the magic bag and we figure out what the topic is, and then hilarity ensues from there.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I see... What is that you're holding in your hand, Chris?
This?
Yes.
It's a purple sack.
Okay. And you
Can you
call
hear
it the magic bag.
I call it the magic bag. And what I do, so there's a number, the way this works, there's a number of topics written on different pieces of paper here.
Okay.
If you can hear that.
Here, let me see. I shouldn't rip that up.
So I reach down in, these are like totally random topics. I pick one out of the sack and then we just talk about it.
Okay.
All right, so I'm...
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, do we... Oh, sorry.
I mean,
man.
this is a professional program. We have to.
Really?
We have a band over there.
Okay.
Foster. Okay, there he goes.
Foster announces.
He does it all.
He does rim shots. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, that's folded.
God, that is folded many times over. Oh, wow. Okay. This, I don't know how many topics are in here, but this one is number 101.
Sounds great.
History.
History.
Yes.
Wow.
All right. Are you ready for the first question, Paul?
Well, let me start. Can I just start with the topic?
Yeah.
Because I volunteered this weekend at the National History Day state competition in Columbia, Missouri at the University of Missouri.
Oh, go Tigers.
Yes.
M-I-Z.
And I was a judge.
Z-O-U.
Where, I guess I was supposed to reply there, wasn't I? I was a judge of some young people who researched a historical topic.
Yeah.
And then performed like a little skit. I guess skit is not the right word.
Like a sketch? Like a funny...
Like a 10-minute performance to teach the people like me about history. I was with my co-judge, Alice, who was a scientist.
For real?
Maybe in the 1800s or something, but she said she was a scientist. Okay.
And her name was really Alice?
Yeah.
Okay.
and it was really interesting. I've judged like debate tournaments for kids and dramatic interpret. I really like this because they had to research something that they didn't think people knew about, and then they did a performance. The winner of our round was, do you know about the Hello Girls?
Not at all.
The Hello Girls were a group of 250 women that were worked for the American Army in World War I, went over to France and did all the switchboard on the phones. And they got no recognition until like 1970. They got their full military rewards and recognition.
So what was their relationship to the Hollaback Girls?
They ain't no Hollaback Girls.
Okay.
They were the Hello Girls.
Wow.
Yeah. So anyway, it was interesting. The history now is our topic now.
Yeah.
Because I feel as if I'm an expert on this topic right now.
Well, this is fortuitous, as the kids
Yeah.
like to say. Well, let me just throw the first question at you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Since you and Alice know
Yeah.
so much about history.
Yeah, we do.
How long do you think you would have survived in prehistoric times?
That's a great question.
Really?
Yeah, I think it is. So, what's the time period of prehistoric times?
Well, before history was recorded, so
So we're talking,
bedrock?
yeah, we're talking 5,000 years ago?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I would do okay. Because what I would do is, like when inclement weather would come, I'd say, guys, we really need a coat. So I would invent a coat.
Well,
You know?
you're inventive that way.
And then I'd be like, these sandal moccasins aren't working, and then I'd invent boots. And then I think I'd be fine,
You got a coat, you got boots, you're good to go.
Yeah. Why didn't they invent a coat before?
They were dumb.
Yeah.
They had their prehistoric brains and their thick brows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be that hard, right? 2 loops and a... Yeah.
Wouldn't think so.
Well, no, what would you do? How would you handle it?
Dude, I think I'd be dead. See, and I'm not even joking. I think if I were in prehistoric times, I would not be talking to you at 51 years old. I have to take a pill every day for my heartburn, my GERD, my agita. If I didn't have that pill, I think my esophagus would have been burned through 10 years ago, and I'd be
you wouldn't
dead.
be eating the crap. You'd be eating the prehistoric, like, raw meat and fresh greens.
Fresh greens.
I don't know. Grass? What'd they eat?
I guess I would have no choice but to be on the paleo diet in prehistoric times. So maybe I'd be better off.
You know what else? I would invent the grill because I would want my food cooked.
That's a good point.
You know?
Yeah. Not a big fan of the tartare.
And also, I don't know what took them so long, but the wheel seems easy to me. I feel like I would have worked on. I feel like I would have figured that one out.
I mean,
Fire and the wheel and the jacket.
Yeah, and the boots.
And the boots. I feel like I would have done all that stuff.
You're like the Cro-Magnon Thomas Edison.
Let me
You're
ask you
inventing
this.
a lot of shit.
Let me ask you this question. Who invented the coat?
That's a... I don't know. Burlington?
Maybe it was Burlington because okay, they always say the first invention was the wheel. Who did it?
Yeah,
It's not fair that this person, and it probably was a woman of color who's not getting the recognition that she needs. You know what I mean? That's what I'm thinking happened.
Yes.
And that's probably what happened, and that's why we lost that name. You know, the people that took us into space, they were all black ladies. I saw the movie.
I saw that too. It was a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they finally got the comeuppance for it.
And for some reason, you don't remember that scientist's name.
No.
What scientist's name do you know?
Bill Nye.
Right. That's the only one. White male.
Yeah. Oh, my God. You're right about that.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Now I feel like a racist.
Yeah. Oh, also sexist, too. Don't forget that.
Oh, God.
What's the next question, Chris?
Yeah, let's move on from that.
I would have been woke, too, in prehistoric time. I just would let everyone know, hey, guys, you're pulling her by the hair. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't think you should do that.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. God. What's the most interesting period of history? Chew on that. Woke.
I think in some ways, we're living in the most beneficial, exciting time. Don't you hate when people say that? Oh, stop it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think I would have to go. Wow, that is really. What would you say? I'm thinking of this because I would say this. I would say the 60s or the 20s.
Okay, are you?
But you got an answer.
Are you ready for me to blow your mind?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready for this?
Yes.
I went to church yesterday.
What? That does blow my mind.
Mine too.
Mm-hmm.
But the preacher gave a very interesting sermon, and it was actually all around Earth Day and how Earth Day started and how we have a responsibility to take care of the planet. And it turned into more of a, hey, take personal responsibility. But he said something fascinating to me. Well, he actually said it to everybody that was there. I just happened to be there. He said it. I was there, so I heard it. He said, I could tell you that the way we need to take care of the planet is by legislating something and make it a political deal. He goes, from what I've read in the Bible, what I've learned in history is that when God decides to have a movement and change the world, he usually goes through one person who's a misfit or a group of people that don't fit into society. He goes, think about this. Jesus Christ spent 3 years in ministry and never left a 7 square mile radius.
Wow.
For the whole time he did his ministry. And look how that has impacted the entire earth. For good or bad. Look how that has impacted the earth. A 3-year, 7 square mile period of history.
It's only 7 square miles?
Only 7 square miles.
I thought they were always walking someplace.
They walked
on boats and stuff.
Dude, they walked a lot, but apparently in circles.
Oh, okay.
So I would have to say, I don't know how you could find a more compelling or influential time of history than Jesus' ministry based on that I heard yesterday.
So that's where you'd want to go in history?
That's what I'd want to see.
What would you do when you're there? Would you go, hey, Jesus, listen.
I think I'd be like...
I know Judas is your buddy, but watch out for him.
Yeah. And I'd be like, hey, Mary Magdalene, look, we all know what you used to do.
Yeah.
Anyway. If you got... God, I feel bad just even insinuating.
But would you be like, I got some water. Let's party.
You know what? That would have been bad news for me.
Yeah.
We all know. Yeah. Yeah. So that, to me, I think, I don't know if you can find a more interesting point in history than that, just for the long-term and far-reaching implications it's had.
Yeah. Well, it's, wow, that would be something. But I'm sure, just like we do today, we don't understand what is going on. We don't understand the really power of the future.
Yeah. No, we'd be blind idiots, just like we are right now.
That's right.
Yeah. That's you and I. Yeah, so do you have any more on that? Do you want me to move on to that?
I got nothing.
All right.
Oh, I just thought that maybe the 20s and the 60s would be fun.
Oh, I think they'd be a blast. Yeah.
Early rock and roll, watch the Beatles at the Tavern Club.
Yeah.
Maybe the 1920s.
The Flappers, Reefer Madness. Yes.
Just fun stuff. You're thinking all good stuff. I'm just thinking fun.
I think it's all important.
Okay.
I don't want to harp on I think Jesus knew how to have fun. You alluded to it. The guy turned water into wine. He liked to party.
He partied, yeah.
Jesus knew how to party.
Yeah.
So
don't forget that, folks.
Yeah. Yeah. Write that down.
Yeah.
What's the most important lesson people can learn from history? Ooh, wow.
See, let me jump in here.
Okay.
And I'm going to butcher this quote, but it's a Harry Truman quote. The history we don't learn, we're doomed to repeat. Something along those lines.
Yeah.
And I think that is the lesson. If we understood history or cared to understand history, we wouldn't be making the exact same mistakes that we have over and over again in the world.
Yeah.
You could look at political stuff, but just, I can't believe there are people who don't think we need to vaccinate people. It just boggles my mind that there's no reflection of any type of history that vaccination killed disease. We talked about this before, I think.
Yeah.
And it just boggles my mind that people don't have any history of that. They just think everything's exactly like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a small thing that people want to forget.
Yeah. I'll tell you, a wise man once told me two things that I should always wear. Mm-hmm. One's a T-shirt and the other's a condom.
Yes.
And I don't know if you're supposed to wear them at the same time.
Yeah, if it's the same person I'm thinking of, he never did. He never wore either one of them. But
he was all about the advice, not always about living it.
That's right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think you could learn a lot from those two lessons, even.
Mm-hmm. Those are the two. Those are the two biggest.
Those are the two most important
lessons,
historical lessons that we can learn. Yeah. And there were others that he bequeathed, but I'm not even going to go into those right now.
Yeah.
So there's one more question on here. Do you want to talk about this?
Sure.
What historical figure was not as great as people think they are?
What historical figure?
Oh, I got one for you.
Yeah, hit it.
Thomas Edison.
Really?
Yeah. What I've learned recently about Thomas Edison was he was a master marketer, but not really an inventor.
Oh, I
he
see.
He was really good at taking the work that other people did and portraying it as if it were his own and getting people all excited. I'm going to throw another one at you while I'm thinking about it. P.T. Barnum.
Ooh.
The Greatest Showman musical was on, and I was watching that with my wife the other day, and she's like, this is such a great show. I love it. And I'm like, watching it, and I'm like, they're presenting him like he's amazing, but I'm thinking like he was kind of a skis ball.
Right.
So I looked him up, and he was.
Yeah.
But we have this Hugh Jackman musical that presents him like he's amazing, and everybody's in love with P.T. Barnum. Like, he totally exploited the people in his it's not like the movie portrayed where he gave them a chance and lifted them up as real people. No, he treated them like freaks and geeks. And he made a fortune off of it, and, and good for him. And so, I guess, I don't know. But there you go. P.T. Barnum, Thomas Edison, my two that aren't as good as history portrays them.
I don't think, I know a lot of people disagree with me, but I don't like what Hitler did. I feel like he was wrong. And that's my opinion. Okay?
That's bold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now just throw that out. But I'm gonna throw in Thomas Jefferson.
Oh, wow.
I mean, he was a great writer.
Uh-huh.
But, he had a lot of, talked
slaves.
About, he said slaves. He was bankrupt. He backstabbed John Adams and some other people that were his friends. And, one thing he did, which it was against all his principles that he ran on, was the Louisiana Purchase.
Ah, yes.
I mean, that was a pretty bold thing for an executive to do that he never would think one could do. So that's why he's not as great. He was great, but not as great as, say, Washington or Lincoln, for sure.
Okay.
Oh,
wow.
And I've read a lot of biographies.
Well, whoop-de-doo.
Of presidents. Mm-hmm. And I even read one on Nixon. I thought he was interesting. But one, and this will bore everyone, but I read one of Woodrow Wilson.
Good Lord.
The guy was a dick.
Really?
He was a real jerk. He was arrogant. He barely won the election. Then he went in there, and then he won re-election because of the war. And then he had a stroke, and his wife ran everything. And he was just a jerk.
Wow.
He was the guy who presented the League of Nations.
Yeah, I remember
and some
that.
other stuff that is like, wow, that was pretty forward thinking. But personally, he was an asshole. There.
Oh, wow.
There, I said it.
Dude, those are strong opinions.
Yeah. But I know no one really has an opinion on Woodrow Wilson. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it's not like you're really going to offend someone with... Although, Jim Carrey recently did a painting of Mussolini hanging upside down, and then Mussolini's great-great-great-granddaughter got on Twitter and was really pissed at Jim Carrey for doing that.
No, please.
Yeah. So, who knows? So, I'm just saying you might get some hate from
the Woody Woodrows.
Yeah, from
the Woody Woos.
Abby Wilson.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, just be prepared for that.
Okay, I sure will. Is there any other questions?
Dude, we've exhausted every answer to every question. in this whole episode.
Well, I guess that's our ending. Yeah, so folks, I think history is important.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? We didn't mention this. We don't really know what history is. We're only history what people have taught us.
Well, that's true. I mean, the winners get to write the history.
Yeah.
So we get their perspective on what history is. So we don't know.
So keep looking into it, folks.
Yeah, keep an objective eye. Don't just take somebody's word for it. Do your own research.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Get out of your echo chamber. God damn it.
And go to the National History Day next year and learn from these kids.
Oh, yeah, that too.
All right. Thanks, Chris.
Sure.
Anything else?
I got nothing. But you know what though? When I think about it, historically speaking, I think this is the best show we've had so far.
I agree. Thanks.
This is the Topic has been a KCTK production, produced by Chris Whiting and Paul Lavoda. All rights reserved. For more information and content, email us at kctkradio@gmail.com. I'm your announcer, Michael Foster.